out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the San Francisco 49ers.
Check. Here we go. 180. 59. Go.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. They find some open field here. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Heck of a start. A 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
And that's definitely the way to get things started. That's the way it was drawn up in the locker room, in pregame, and everything. And they got it done right away,
here we go.
Running the ball for a big game.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Right back to Coleman here on first down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I got one.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
Here we go.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
Lock. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. It's going to be a long day. Hey, let go. It's going to be a long day.
Snap comes at 1. Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And that one results in 35 yards. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
Here we go.
And into the red zone now. And Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get point.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver.
At their own 7-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. They'll run with Coleman on first down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Coleman now. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Here we go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Double dog. That's the way.
They'll run on first down. It's Coleman. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Get the ball.
They'll toss it to Coleman. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Here we go.
49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. 1st and 10 right at the 20. There's Garoppolo to throw. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged.
Now a loose football. Coleman lost it. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
You can't block me.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Right back to Sanders on first down. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Let's go.
Lefty.
From the 41, Wentz. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Looked like he tried it all there. Tried to use some physicality, right? Tried to use some footwork, some head fakes, but he was covered the entire way. Dogged in every step. That forced the incompletion. No separation at the end of the route.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hey, box truck.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 39. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
Great.
We got to step it up. Kill.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Go. Ready!
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And this one is right down Broadway. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. They come up here now, 1st down. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Here we go. 180!
Mike 59. Yeah, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
Twenty-one.
59, Mike. 59, Mike. Check.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox.
It's your time, baby. We need our point.
120!
Check 53, Mike. Hey.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Sliding out of the pocket. He's got the first down inside the 10. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
Here we go. 180!
Here we go, D. All day defense.
They'll try to run with Sanders, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
Now a carry for Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. They were able to push him backwards on first down, but this time he forces his way in.
I wonder if he went back to the huddle and said, guys, just a little bit more help, and I can get it done on this one. Maybe even overruled the play call from the sideline, just feeling like he had that opportunity, and he wanted to cash it in.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
One, Omaha.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, They know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL.
Let's go.
Hey, Haywood.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53.
Six.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
First down, Eagles.
Go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
53. Mike 53. Here we go. Watch the safety creep.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's caught left side, Arcega-Whiteside. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Mike spot 4. Rapid.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 36 yards. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. This complete left side to Aguilar. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
At the 33-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Waiting.
52's the mic. It's a party now.
Now Wentz again. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Go. Waiting.
I got you. Man left. Out. 5 down. Stand up.
Hey, we're good.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. Wentz to throw again. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Made his first. This now from 42 yards out. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. This is taken at the 3. And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
49, check 49.
On second down, it's Sanders. And look at this for the second straight play. The 49er defense drops him for a loss. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a third down.
Go. 280.
50, check back 50.
657.
Hey,
Charlie.
Working from the gun, Wentz. That ball's caught. Aguilar, right side. They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Solid.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this will be caught at the 30. A big play there for Philly. 47 yards.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go long, and hope someone would come free.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Wentz under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And he's going to go down again. D Ford able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. From the gun, it's Wentz. Over the middle, complete to Arcega-Whiteside. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th.
I don't know how many times not just in my playing career, but you and I working together. Have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet? And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive, capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team is playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Getting the sack to 227-pound linebacker Quan Alexander.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here comes Pettis on the return. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Here we go.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D.
From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
65, 65.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53. Come on, D.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. Garoppolo to his tight end, Kittle, for a Niner first down. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180! 12, 12.
Mike 53. It's a party now. It's a party now.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack.
Here we go,
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Garoppolo now. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
2, 2, 2.
53. Check 53.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Geno Atkins got home that time. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good.
So they wound up passing on a long field goal try, but that works out for them really well. That one's down inside the 5-yard line.
And it's risky because your punter, if he puts it in the end zone, the net result not worth it, but there, I think worth it. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about as Sanders has it poked free. But I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was, and Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On second down now. It's Sanders. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. Touchdown, Philadelphia! J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, an even 90 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Elliott good with a PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they got the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They will run again with Coleman. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Mike. I'm trying to collect. 53 is the Mike. 53 is the Mike. Better bring
21. Here we go.
I'm letting you know right now.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
They'll run it with Coleman. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
If he writes a book in the offseason, he ought to title it Undaunted, because where he is on the field, back on his own side, and goes for it and gets it, I got to give it to him on that one.
Yeah, only thing you can justify it with is it was only a few inches that they needed. If it's 4th and 2, probably doesn't do it. Hey, he got it. Give him credit.
Yeah, but if they don't pick it up,
then you're in trouble.
Yeah, they're giving points to the other team at that stage.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Here we go.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, his second touchdown on the season. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Gold with the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Here we go.
Another run with Sanders. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Eagles on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Wentz. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Game in hand, the offense takes the knee.
Go. 180.
I'm coming for you. You mine.
And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Mike.
120.
So we got man.
Wentz with a kneel down, and that will be the final act of this game.
A loss of a yard brings up 4th down.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for Philadelphia, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And fortunately for them, they'll have the early bye next week as they return to action in Week 6.